successor.
Okay.
Medvedev wins the election.
But Putin doesn't just ride off into the sunset.
No, not at all. He becomes prime minister. A
Interesting.
lot of people saw this as a way for him to kind of, maintain control behind the scenes.
Right, so Medvedev's the face, but Putin's still pulling the strings.
Exactly. They called it a tandemocracy.
A tandem presidency. That's fascinating, but also kind of confusing. I mean, did that power-sharing arrangement actually work, or was it basically just Putin in disguise?
It's definitely debatable how much sharing was really happening.
Right.
But this period, from 2008 to 2012, it's marked by two significant conflicts that really reveal Putin's, increasingly assertive foreign policy. We're talking about the 2008 Russo-Georgian War and the 2009 gas dispute with Ukraine. These events signaled a shift, a change in Russia's approach to the world stage.
Okay, those are definitely two events that deserve a closer look. Let's start with the war with Georgia. What was that all about?
The war was sparked by tensions over these breakaway regions of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. They were striving for independence from Georgia. Russia, under Putin's leadership, intervenes militarily, sides with the separatists.
Now,
And ultimately, Russia recognizes their independence.
so a clear demonstration that Putin was not afraid to use military force to advance what he saw as Russia's interests, even if it meant clashing with neighboring countries.
And then you have the gas dispute with Ukraine, in the depths of winter no less. Russia abruptly cuts off gas supplies to Ukraine during this price dispute, and of course it had a ripple effect across Europe, which relies heavily on Russian gas.
Right, because Russia's a major energy supplier.
Exactly. It was widely condemned as an attempt by Putin to pressure Ukraine and assert Russia's energy dominance. It raised serious concerns about Russia's reliability as an energy supplier.
Yeah, I can see why that would make people nervous.
It was a power play, no doubt about it.
So we're starting to see a pattern here. Putin utilizing Russia's economic and military might to achieve his goals both at home and abroad.
You're picking up on a key aspect of his leadership. And throughout all of this, his carefully cultivated public image, it remained strong. He was portrayed as a decisive leader, a master strategist.
Oh, right. And who could forget those shirtless photos of him riding horses, fishing,
Yeah.
Projecting this image of masculinity and vigor.
Exactly. It was a carefully crafted image that resonated with a segment of the Russian population.
Okay, so we have this tandem presidency thing going on. Putin's pulling the strings, asserting Russia's power on the world stage. But his term as prime minister, it can't last forever, right? So what happens next? Does he just fade into the background?
Not a chance. In 2012, conveniently enough, the constitutional term limits had been extended from 4 years to 6 years.
Oh, handy.
This paves the way for Putin to return to the presidency. And he does just that. He wins the 2012 election with, a comfortable margin. But this election, it was not without controversy. There were allegations of fraud.